Welcome back to my kitchen, and this is the continuation of the quarantine cooking challenge. And what that is I'm giving makeovers to some comfort foods on some days. Other days I just go straight up clean like the green smoothies. Today we're going to focus on comfort food. If anyone knows what polenta is, you'll know it's one of the greatest, most delicious, most caloric comfort foods around. It's Italian in origin, and it's basically like a cornmeal mush, which can be served soft like a porridge, or you can bake it, cut it into squares, pour sauce marinara over it. I decided one day, even though corn is gluten-free, it's not the healthiest option for me. It's kind of an empty calorie, even though it does taste good. So what I did was I invented quinoa polenta, and this is a bunch of cooked quinoa, 4 cups to be exact. And that is it's an ancient grain. It has a lot of fiber, a lot of protein, minerals, all kinds of good stuff. So the thing is though, it's a little bitter. So I'm going to tell you what I do to make it more palatable. This is already cooked. It's 4 cups, starting out with 2 eggs. And we're going to blend it first, pulse it in the food processor. Let's see how it goes. You want the texture, the consistency to be sort of a thick paste. Okay, now that's pretty good. I think I'm going to add another egg. Always err on the side of making it liquid and creamy. But here's the trick to make it taste good. This is pecorino cheese. I've ground some pepper into it. So for 4 cups of quinoa, use about 1/3 cup. And we're going to blend that in. You will have to pulse a bit to have it distribute properly. And right now it is pretty thick. I want to show you the texture. You see how it has that cereal-like mushy texture? This is actually what I want in terms of the thickness. So we're going to come back in a bit. I'm going to spread this into a greased baking dish. It's going to bake for about 40 minutes, and then I'll show you the final product and tell you some ways that you can enjoy it. See you soon. So we're at phase 2 of the quinoa polenta. Remember the portion I illustrated in the last segment, 4 cups of polenta. But I want to show the thickness too. You see, 4 cups of polenta with 3 eggs really made it about a little bit thicker than a cracker. And I like a nice, square of polenta that I can cut my fork into. So I added 3 more cups of polenta and 3 more eggs and more cheese, and this is the result. So the oven is heated to 350. I'm going to bake it for about 40 minutes or until the top gets crisp, and I'll show you the rest later. So the quinoa polenta is done out of the oven. It's still warm, but it's cooled off enough to touch and cut. And as you can see, anyone who's ever made cornmeal mush, as it's called in the South, and have baked it like so, this is exactly the same texture, consistency. This has a wonderful aromatic smell of cheese and pepper. And so this is what it looks like cut. And you're probably wondering, okay, so what do you do with it? Well, for one thing, you can eat it as is. It's a really delicious carb with a little butter if you want. Also, you can pour marinara over this. This is a wonderful alternative to pasta because of the high nutrient content. Mushroom sauce, mushroom ragout is a great option. And a pesto, just get creative, but it's a great complex carb base to enjoy. And I always say, listen to your cravings, honor them, just don't let them run your life. Okay, so check out this recipe. I hope you try it because it is a keeper. Bon appetit.